What's going on, people? Well, I'm gonna shoot straight to it on this homelessness. As we can see, it's everywhere. Um, my biggest issue. Let me backtrack. One, no one should be homeless. Not in America. That should not be. That shouldn't happen. We are one of the richest nations on this planet, but yet we have a extremely high rate of homelessness. Now, my issue is the veterans that are homeless. The amount of veterans that are homeless is, again, should not happen, especially to the veterans. The Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines that sacrificed their time, some their lives, limbs, etc. They shouldn't be living on the streets at all. The reason why is because of what they did in order for this country to thrive. If they didn't go fight these wars and keep the enemy at bay, to be honest, what we are seeing now wouldn't happen. But right now, I'm not going to go that deep. I'm going to let that one ride. But the veterans should not be homeless. Now, I came across some numbers and some other information. Newsweek. I don't know how you feel about Newsweek. Um, I'm balanced. Sometimes they come out with good stuff. Sometimes they come out with stuff that you're like, what journalists? Did, who did this? But anyway, let's uh let's go here. America's homeless veteran problem is getting worse. This is as of January the 5th, 2024. Published January the 4th, 2024. Anyway, homelessness in the US is up for the seventh year in a row, with a 12%, about 70,650 additional homeless people year over year, increase from 2022 to 2023, according to the federal homelessness data issued by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and Veterans Affairs, VA. On a single night in 2023, roughly 653,100 people were experiencing homelessness, including 4 in the 10 Americans who were experiencing unsheltered homelessness, described as living in places not meant for human habitation. I'm gonna pause here. I will leave in the description below. Sorry, got a brain fart. Of a few things that I also found, and it has something to do with the people living underground in New York, and I guess they call them mole people. I heard this a couple of weeks ago, and it piqued my interest, especially when I heard a majority of the mole people are veterans. It's something that came out years ago. Um, Again, it got watered down, pretty much died out, and people are not hearing about it again. But I found it. I'll leave the link below, and you can check it out for yourself. Um, but all right, let's get back to this. The number of homelessness veterans increased 7.4% in the same period, the largest in 12 years. The 35,574 homeless veterans in 2023 equated to 22 of every 10,000 vets. Included a 14% rise in the number of unsheltered veterans, 1,943 more veterans, and a 3% increase in veterans experiencing sheltered homelessness, about 502 more veterans. Between 2022 and 2023 alone, that number grew by 2,445 vets, and the most in a year since veteran homelessness started. A years long downward trajectory between 2010 and 2016. So in a few articles, you will see the numbers did kind of drop, maybe because, jobs were available and, more housing was built, etc. But as you can see, the numbers changed. It increased. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this. I want to go, where is it at? Right here. Anyway, right here it says where it declined since 2000, 52% since 2010, about 4% in the past 3 years. All right. So this is for the I would say the entrepreneurs out here. I wish I could do it. I don't have that kind of money. I would love to do something like this. But this is what the government is asking for the entrepreneurs, I can't even say it, to do, and they may help. One program called the Supportive Services for Veteran Families will award hundreds of millions of dollars in funding to organizations that will help rapidly rehouse veterans and their families, prevent the imminent loss of a veteran's home, or identify new and more suitable housing situations. The exact funding amount will be determined by the VA budget. So the way I took it is the government is willing to dish out, hundreds of millions of dollars to any organization that will help the veterans, find a place to stay. So, hint, entrepreneurs. Another program, Legal Services for Homeless Veterans and Veterans at Risk of Homelessness grants, will award more than 26 million in funds this year to organizations that help homeless veterans with legal representations, lawyers, hint, hint, assistance with court proceedings and defense in criminal cases related to homelessness. Again, the way I see this is the government is willing to pay people that create things to help the homeless veterans, legal representations, and housing. Now, I am going to go out of here. So I want you to remember these two programs that the government is willing to fund. I'm going to get out of this one, and I want to go here. Let me get here, 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 and boom. So the way I'm seeing this, again, entrepreneurs, do your thing. I wish I could do it. I don't have that kind of change. If I had that money, trust me, I'd be on it. But hey, now my thing is the government can fix this easily. And what you're seeing right now is the reason why I say that. Instead of sending our money to Ukraine and helping their people, how about taking that money and invest it back into our country, especially for those that have risked a lot for this country. I'm going to go all the way back from the beginning to what I said. Veterans should not be living on the streets at all. There should be no homeless people in America. Unless those people really choose to be off on their own, then that's a different story. But if they cannot find a place to lay their heads comfortably or somewhat comfortably and food to eat in America, and they are not willing, it shouldn't happen. The government can fix it. And I'm going to show you how and why. You already know most, but I'm going to show you some numbers. So this is last updated February the 23rd, 2024. This is from the Council of Foreign Relations. You don't know who these people are? This organization? Please look it up. You know what? I'll leave the link below so you can look at it yourself, so you don't think I'm full of it. Here we go. Every year, the United States sends billions of dollars in aid and much more than any other country to beneficiaries around the world in pursuit of its security, economic, and humanitarian interests. Wow. Since Russia's invasion in February 2022, Ukraine has become far and away the more top receipt of the U.S. foreign aid. This marks the first time that a European country has held the top spot since Harry Truman administration directed vast sums into rebuilding the continent through the Marshall Plan after World War II. So this has happened before. The Joe Biden administration and the U.S. Congress has directed about $75 billion. That's what it'll be in assistance to Ukraine, which includes humanitarian, financial, and military support, according to the Kael Institute for the World Economic, a German research institute. All right. So enough of this. No, I'm going to stop right here. However, the flow of U.S. aid to Ukraine looked uncertain in early 2024. It's only April of 2024. A new funding legislation remained stalled in Congress. Good. Take that money and help our own people. We have an open border. We have pure chaos here in America. Stop sending our tax money to one of the most corrupt countries there is. And this comes from our actual government that said it. But now we want to fund it. Now that Joe Biden has taken control. That's really weird, isn't it? Meanwhile, EU leaders have agreed to provide Ukraine another 50 billion euros. Hold on now. So you telling me us, America, has sent $75 billion so far. We, America. And the EU leaders has sent 50 billion. But yet Ukraine is still getting their ass taxed. So where's the money going? Anyway, just how much aid has the U.S. sent to Ukraine between January the 24th, 2022 and January the 15th, 2024? Total $74.3 billion. They say 75 at the beginning, but I guess they rounded it off, huh? Here we go. Humanitarian. Don't we need that here? 1.6 billion. Emergency food assistance, health care, refugee support, and other humanitarian aid. Financial. Whoa. $26.4 billion. Budgetary aid through The Economic Support Fund, loans, and other financial support. So they're supporting Ukraine more than they're supporting us with our money that we work hard for. And they won't stop. Look, $46.3 billion is going for security assistance. Security. Our borders are wide open. If anybody's seen the video where they bum rushed our National Guard and broke their way through and still not arrested, isn't that a cry for more security? That's $18.3 billion. Let's see, weapons and equipment, $23.5 billion. Grants and loans for weapons and equipment, $4.5 billion. Military financial program. Look, people, look, check this out. I'm gonna get out of here. You know what? I'm gonna leave this up because this is kind of long. It's 16 minutes so far. Us, the American people, excuse me, we voted these politicians in those seats to benefit us, Americans. Is that happening? Does this look like this is support for us? No, it's not. So why is it that they are so hell-bent? Now, I'm not just talking about Democrats. They're obvious. There are some Republicans that are with it too. Why are they so hell-bent to send our hard-earned money that we have to get up every day, some every day, 7 days a week, that we have to get up early in the morning, leave our families for 8, 9 hours, sometimes more, to earn the money, to pay our taxes, and they take it and send it to a foreign country that they said themselves are corrupt? Why? Why are they so hell-bent on sending our money over there? Yep, somebody help me out. I have an idea. It's called money laundering. It's called destroying America from within. It's called what they say is a wealth transfer, meaning from us through somewhere else back to their pockets. But yet we voted them in to benefit us, not themselves. People, we can fix this. Now, if you don't believe these numbers, you can look all this stuff up yourself. Again, I will leave the links below. Look this stuff up yourself. Now, these, I guess you can call them credible sites. But look it up for yourself. Better yet, go talk to your politicians, your governors, your mayors, your senators, if you can get to them, and ask them, hey, where is our money going? Show us proof that they're using our money the correct way. Show us proof that that money is not coming back to y'all. Because I don't know if y'all recognize our politicians ain't living like us. They're living pretty good while we out here struggling, paying $8, $9 in some places for eggs, $7 for milk. They ain't worrying about it. Look, people, we can fix this. Start asking questions. Start pushing back on these politicians that we put there. Because they're not for us. You can see this. Let's fix it. Vote, vote, and vote. Until the next time, out.